Yo, what is going on, guys? My name is Tomahawks, and welcome to the very first episode of my brand new series, The Players of Wrath. If you guys would like to ask us any questions, please feel free to ask them in the comment section below, and I'll be sure to include them in the next episode. Episode 2, I will be interviewing Yapi. So let's get started with question number 1. My name is Dylan. I am 25 years old. I live in Western Australia. My job is a scientist. I work in a microbiology laboratory. If you don't know what that is, we deal with bacteria and trying to figure out antibiotic resistance. That way we can appropriately treat patients. My hobbies on the side obviously are gaming and making YouTube videos. I do a lot of drawing. All the animations and cartoons you've seen on this channel I've made probably myself, the characters that I've drawn up. So there's a lot of that, and also I like to do a lot of video editing outside of the gaming world. So whenever I go on holidays, I sort of piece a lot of clips together and I make like a 2-hour movie, and that way I get everyone around who is on the holiday and then we can sort of watch it together. The games which influence me most have got to be the Call of Duty series, mainly the Modern Warfare and Black Ops series. I wasn't really a big fan of Black Ops 3, but this sort of has always piqued my interest, and theatre mode has often allowed me to express myself creatively. And yeah, they're the series which I've sort of dedicated most of my gaming and YouTube career to. Who do I main? Now, if you guys are familiar with my Overwatch episodes, you probably will know that I main Reinhardt. However, last season or the season before that, my main was probably Mercy, and I'm actually quite a good support sort of hero, seeing as I don't have the sort of twitch reflexes that people like Hayden's, Blake and Yapi have. I sort of dropped Mercy as a main when I realized that our team composition was usually failing because no one could really play Reinhardt well. So we had someone else who was quite good at Mercy, so we sort of got him to play that role, and then I started to learn Reinhardt. It was very challenging at first, seeing as it was quite a steep learning curve. I know he sort of seems he's a pretty basic character, you hold your shield up, blah blah blah, but there's a lot more to it than that, which I'll probably get into another video. And so that's sort of how it started, and my love for that character sort of developed as I've gotten better at him. My main role within Wrath, I would have to say, is probably to do with structure and just telling our teammates when to sort of push and when to pull back. I feel like we've gotten a lot better at it as a team. Good coordination, good teamwork and good communication are like really important things, and I feel like Reinhardt as a character sort of provides all of those. You would have seen that I'm sort of experimenting with Winston a little bit more, and that's a whole new sort of field, but mainly my character and my play style is a lot more presence of mind and not twitch based shooting. So characters like Reinhardt and Winston sort of play to that. What wins games in Overwatch? I would have to say probably communication and ult economy are the two most important things in Overwatch. Not just communication on the basic level of when to regroup and when to push, but also things like calling out players when they're one shot, or calling out when players are rotating, or when certain characters use certain abilities. That has a huge impact on target prioritization, and that actually is a huge factor that plays in actually winning those small team battles. The second thing is probably ult economy. Just knowing when to use your ults, knowing when not to use them are like hugely important. When someone gravitons and Pharah ults, then Mercy reses, then Lucio ults, you're using like 5 or 6 of your ults all in one shot, but the team's already been wiped, or like you might kill 5 out of the 6 people. Sometimes it's just about swaying the battle. Like it may be 6v6 and you might lose a player, and then the enemy might lose a player, and then you might lose one, and then you might res, so there might be 6 versus 5, and that having these 6 people versus 5 people is just enough to swing that battle. So just using one ult can have a huge impact. I've pretty much played every season, but a lot more seriously in the last 2 seasons, but my highest SR is probably 3400. That's currently recording now anyway. But I've sort of since then relaxed a bit on our strategy as we're trying to get other people like Doss and Bacon and Kiwi throughout the ranks, and that's our sort of goal right now. So I'm not sort of focusing on pushing my SR to the absolute highest. Currently I think it's like 3100 or something like that. My biggest weakness in Overwatch has got to be impatience. If you've ever seen my Call of Duty videos from my previous channel, then you would know that I'm a rusher. I go out there, I'll trade my life very easily, and I don't sort of hold back. I'm very risky, and most of the time it didn't really pay off in Call of Duty. However, in Overwatch, my Reinhardt charges are sometimes too ambitious, and I'll be focusing on one character and I sort of get tunnel vision and sort of lose sight of what's happening around me. So I feel like that's something I got to work on, and it's something that I'm always improving on. So that wraps this episode up, guys. I hope you learned something more about me. I hope you enjoyed the commentary. If there are any questions you'd like to ask me, please put them in the comment section below and I'll answer them there. If you guys are new to my Overwatch channel, please check out my other episodes on screen. And if you did like the video, please give it a thumbs up. It does actually help me out a lot. Cheers, guys. Peace out.